Well, we're not getting a holiday from all the storms. In fact, we had a few of those popping up this morning, but most of us got a little bit of a break, and the skies cleared off across the Salt Lake Valley around sunrise. Really made for a beautiful view. In fact, Scott Taylor, that sent this photo into Utah's Weather Authority Facebook group, called it a firecracker of a sunrise. And a little farther south, along the Alpine Loop, a beautiful view of the full moon this month, called the full buck moon. Absolutely gorgeous shot there, sent in by Alan Day. Now, we've still got our cold front from last night, but it's stalled out between I-80 and I-70, and it's along and north of that we'll get the best chance of some thunderstorms developing today. In fact, some of those will be popping up this afternoon into this evening. On top of that, behind the front, it is cooler than it was yesterday, so some of you get a break from the extreme heat, while over the south, it's going to be pretty much a repeat of yesterday. Temperatures might not climb quite as high, but otherwise it will be hot, dry, and windy. Salt Lake City will be partly cloudy, and our temperature will climb near 90 this afternoon. So another warm day, but again, not going to the extreme we did yesterday when we made it all the way up into the triple digits. We'll have a slight chance of thunderstorms in the Salt Lake Valley, but it looks like the best chance of those over northern Utah would be along and over the higher terrain and off to points east, over the northeast, and up into southwest Wyoming. Those are most likely in the afternoon, and hopefully things will be tapering off quite a bit by the evening hours. In the south, as I mentioned, it stays dry, so it'll be a sunny one for you, with your temperature climbing up to 104 in St. George. Fireworks this evening, it should be looking good along much of the Wasatch Front. In fact, in the Salt Lake Valley, it'll be partly cloudy, and we'll start out in the mid-80s around 8 o'clock, when a lot of the festivities going at some of the displays will be having concerts. And then the fireworks go off at 10 p.m., and even though temperature drops into the 70s by then, it should still be pretty comfortable. Even on your way home afterward, we'll still be hovering in the mid-70s in the Salt Lake Valley. Now, St. George, it'll be sunny, windy today with that high of 104, and then you'll hover pretty close to that for the rest of the work week on into the weekend. Overnight readings will be dropping near 70. So if you still haven't had the chance to head out to the swimming pool or get out to any lakes or reservoirs, you'll definitely be tempted to over the next several days. And in northern Utah, things will dry out tomorrow. It'll become mostly sunny in Salt Lake. We might get a few thunderstorms lingering over the northeast mountains, but they'll gradually be tapering off. In fact, high pressure builds later this week, which should keep us storm-free heading into the weekend, but at the same time, warm us back up. Temperature will climb back into the mid-90s in Salt Lake by Thursday, hover that way through the weekend and all the way into the early part of next week.